Good day everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today it's a subscriber request by It's Phillips. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. He requested the Italian 109, the BF109 G14 AS. Now recently this thing got bumped up in BR, which, I mean, it makes sense because it's essentially BF109 G14 in the Italian tree. However, I think the AS designation stands for a high altitude performance engine. It's a different variant of the DB605. But I don't originally like the later 109s. The only one I really do like are the G4, or sorry, the G2 Trop and G6. And I was going to make a G6 joke there, but let's be honest, some people might understand it. That proves how old I am. I still remember that old gag. But anyway, the G14 was obviously one of the later developments of the BF109. I believe it was, well, it had multiple roles. It would intercept fighters, bombers, do ground attack missions if it had to. It was a very good all-round fighter. However, against a later model Spitfire, such as like a Mark 9 or a Seafire, this thing wouldn't stand much chance. Now, I'm basically doing a 2-in-1 here. Not only is it a subscriber request, but I'm also doing it live because this is the first time I'm taking this thing out. So let's quickly go over the armor plating on this vehicle and see how well protected it is. And the later Model Gs are some of the most protected aircraft that you can fly. You've got a 21mm plate here protecting the fuel tank, surrounded by 4mm of steel also protecting the fuel tank. This also applies to the pilot's backrest. Ignore that, that was a defeat, well that was almost a defeat that we had in the Semavente 1953. My team sucked, left me to die as per usual, but we somehow won. So the pilot's backrest is 8mm thick, the lower parts and the actual seat itself is 4. The armor plating around the 60mm glass is 60mm thick. Well, sorry, the steel is 10, the glass is 60, the frontal glass is 60. Yes, I was correct about the DB605, it is the ASM model. Never heard of this engine personally. I know what the DB605 can do, but I've never actually heard of the AS designation till I saw this aircraft. So in terms of offensive armament, we've got two 13mm machine guns and a single 20. Stock German 20s, I do apologise about that. Very sorry about that. As it is live. Like I said, I do apologise. But stock German 20mm cannons do not do a lot of damage, but we get 200 rounds. So I was just about to press to battle then, but I had it set to tank realistic. So let's jump in this thing and see what it can do. Now the last time I flew a German/Italian aircraft, I got constant up tiers into 6.3 and got slaughtered by Bearcats. And well, if I get a down tier, it's even better, but I severely doubt it. With the way I've been getting matchmakers recently, it will be a constant up tier, and it is an absolute nightmare. But the upgrade path for this thing looks very extensive. I mean, you can obviously put a 250kg bomb on it, you can put a Mark 108 in the prop hub, you can attach 30mm gun pods to it, 20mm gun pods. I don't like the 30mm MK108s personally. I find them hard to aim, they're lackluster ammo load. Yes, if they hit, they'll do a stonkingly great amount of damage, but the last time I used a Mark 108 was on the K4 when I started trying to spade that, and I sparked up a B-29's tail with all 65 shells. It crit him, but it didn't kill him, which was rather annoying. New events and tournaments. Liberation of Leningrad. Is there anything in that list I have to spade? No, so not interested. Looks a good event though. I mean, if I was still spading the G6, I'd gladly take that out into that event. I spaded all those a long time ago. The G2 I spaded a long time ago. But yeah, seeing this 109 in the tree at battle rating 5, I was originally going to give it a go, but then I just completely forgot about it. But I'll be truthfully honest, But oh, we got a match. But now that it's up to 5.3, I'm a bit concerned. Oh God, not this map! No, Boulogne-sur-Mer. Oh boy. Right, well, we better pack some fuel in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take 30 minutes. Oh boy. I'm up for it, it's just... This is going to be a while. In fact, I think I might do his smart move and take 45, just in case. Do apologize about the noise. I forgot to downturn my sound. I can fly perfectly fine with low sound. And on top of that, it is a 5.7 game, thanks to that TAR 152. Yeah, so I never really flew the later 109s. I don't know, I just didn't really like the weight of them. They felt really heavy in the controls. I mean, it's got a high altitude engine, so if I get up to high altitude, it should be fine. Which idiot invented this map? Oh, I'd love to know, mate, trust me. The last time I was on this map was when I was in the... Oh, what was I spading? I was spading the A6M5 Otsu, and I got this map. I love getting high, and I think I know what he's implying. But, yeah, so... The last time I got this map, I was in the A6M5 Otsu. I took 45 minutes. I was on the other side. We came from this airfield, obviously. Flew to about here, engaged about 3 enemy fighters, shot down 2 B-25s, and then was soon overwhelmed by enemies. Oh, a wyvern's just crashed. But like I say, I'm not the biggest fan of the later 109s. I've just never really liked them. The G6 was probably my favourite out of the later 109s that I've flown so far. Haven't touched the G14 in the German tree. Or the G10. I have had a fly out of, well, a couple of flyouts with the K4. I don't particularly like it because of that cannon. As soon as it was able to get the 20mm, I switched research. I've just seen the joke there in chat. What was I saying? As soon as I saw the research option to get the 20mm cannon installed on it at rank 1, I immediately set it to that, but I've just had no luck flying the K4. It's powerful, don't get me wrong, but... And this thing's actually climbing pretty alright, say it's got a heavy fuel load on board. I mean, it's not being the A6M5, but we are carrying a heavier fuel load and a lot of armour plating on board. I believe the G's also intercepted bombers with 30mm gun pods attached, and they'll just shred them in one pass. But let's be realistic, are we going to go after bombers? Probably not. Because this map will take the mick. I may cut out sections just to alleviate the boredom, because, well, you guys will get cuts of what's going on. But, yeah. I won't leave you guys hanging, because I really don't want you to sit through this, because... Well, it just had to be this map, didn't it? I do a live recording, first flight, and I get this map. But I will say this thing, though. This thing is climbing very well. There's another 109 taken off. That is a G6. Like a G6. I remember that old gag when I was growing up. Now it appears my team is discussing about jets being on this map. No, a jet wouldn't even get halfway across the channel, mate, without running out of gas. climbs here. I want to play this map in the 163. You won't even get it too... Well, you'll get it about halfway across the channel, buddy. Then you'll run out of gas. Trust me. And if you've got 7 hours of fuel in an A7M, I'd be very concerned. But yes, I'll cut out sections starting from, well, if you notice cuts in between the battle, that's why. But I mean, this thing isn't climbing too bad. I mean, it just had to be this map that did it, people. I hate this map. I'll fly it, I don't mind doing that, but just, oh my days. Oh, this is going to be a long flight, people. We're at 19,000 feet, so our engine should start kicking in terms of performance. But I like the climb rate on this thing so far. That's for definite. Let's just hope this battle doesn't turn into a 3-hour frickin' or an hour-long battle, because then we're going to have a problem. I'm going to let off the web to let this thing cool down a little bit. We're approaching 21,000 feet, so our engine should start increasing in performance because of the supercharger or whatever this thing's got on it. I think it's supercharged. Don't actually know. Might be turbocharged. I don't know. It wasn't till the 1970s when cars started receiving turbochargers. I believe it was the BMW 2002 that first received I think it was the world's first production car with a turbocharger. Maybe wrong, but most of the time they put them on turboprops and things like that, like turboprop aircraft. Oh, blue Canadians engaging in nice conversation in a jet. Very valid response. But I don't like the fact that this map exists. I mean, it's already 8 minutes into the battle and we haven't seen a single enemy aircraft, and that's just... oh, hang on a moment. I say that and there's an aircraft. There's 2 aircraft. Looks like they're bombers or something. Yep, looks like we've got... oh, there's a bomber somewhere. Yes, Qatar C sees them, because I've spotted 2 dots. Oh, we've got a Yak 3 and a BE6 being escorted by the Yak 3. Right, now let's level out and gain some speed. That's where we're going to have to improve on it. And already this thing's got pretty good acceleration. I mean, it's not exactly a jet fighter, but... what's that down there? Looks like there's another B-6. In fact, the Russians, the Americans, and the British. Oh god, it's the I-Win plane. Oh no. The reason why I call that thing the I-Win plane, people, is because of how overpowered it is for a Spitfire. It dives better than half the things I fly, it climbs better than half the things I fly, and oh, I don't like fighting them, people. I don't like flying LF Mark 9s. But let's get down there and see if we can't alleviate the problem with it. Yep, I'm coming, buddy, but it is an I-win plane, so it will kick our asses because it's the I-win plane. I started coming up with that nickname a long time ago. That proves how long I've been flying. I do apologise for my poor shooting here because I do not fly 109s anymore. It's been a long time since I've flown a 109. Fun.exe not found. I like that guy. And now this Spitfire's doing the right thing by dragging us all low. Sorry. A6M5's on him. He should have him. Hopefully. Oh, hang on a minute. He's pulling vertical. We might have him here if I'm a better shot. That's the ticket. First kill. I mean, yeah, it's an I-win plane, mate, so don't blame me for doing that. Lovely jubbly. First flight, first kill. That's how I like it. Oh, there's a lot of AA fire going at that poor Dornier there. Spitfire, probably a Mark 9, I'd guess. Maybe an LF Mark 9, judging by the battle rating. Or it could be a Griffin Spitfire. Well, it was. So now let's move over to intercept the Su-6. Let's check to see if I had flaps down then. I didn't. That's the one thing I forget, people. I forget if I have my flaps down half the time. Nice, 11 minutes to play and I get a hole in my left wing. Who's Krypton? Where is he? Oh, he's already died. Now an Su-6 may not appear to be much of a threat on paper, but it actually is a pretty good aircraft. And this thing's energy retention is actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. But a Focke-Wulf 190 D12 should have no problems dealing with an Su-6 if the pilot flies it right. But after this flight and this recording, I'm going back to 1953 or to get some paracetamol because my head's starting to play up again. Yes, I'm still recording whilst I have a migraine sort of going on. But my eyesight's, well, I'm not actually suffering with, shall we say, the instant of a migraine. It's already passed. It's just the ending stages, so to speak. And what the hell is Machinist doing? Is he turning back? Yeah, he is. He's turning back. Already 13 minutes into this battle. We've got a kill, and the enemy team has pretty much crumbled. I don't know why this I mean, I don't blame the Su-6 personally. This is a bad map. If he's got any common sense, he's going to brake. Yep, he's braking. He's turning hard. The Su-6 can outturn the Focke-Wulf 190 D12, but not in high-speed maneuvers. But he's making it very easy for the Focke-Wulf, so we might not get this kill. Oh, he missed. The Focke-Wulf missed. The Su-6 is braking. Oh no, he's going down. He's going down, I'll leave him. That's a flat spin. That's fail. He's missing his tail control. Well, he's missing his... Was that his vertical stabilizer, I think? Personally, I didn't really look. I'm not going to ninja the kill off him. It's his kill. That Su-6 pilot's pretty angry. To be honest, I don't blame him. Let's just watch him go down, because it's not very often you get to see a plane like this. That's amazing. To be honest though, the Su-6 did make it rather easy for him. Now it can kill landing craft for 20mm, but it does take quite a bit of ammunition. The only thing I'm worried about is the bloody cargo ships. I'll be truthfully honest, people. If you're an old War Thunder pilot like me, you'll know that meme of the old landing craft having better AA than half of the bloody destroyers in the fleet. Okay, how is that landing craft still Okay, I'm not going to say anything. But that landing craft is still sailing, yet it's considered dead. Hmm. And look, even that ME-410 got a bit confused there. I don't blame him. And there we go. Lovely. P-47's camping at altitude. Yeah, look, it's doing no damage. Okay, so we're down to 2 cannon rounds and 128 MG rounds, which are basically useless. Let's be realistic here. We're going to head back to the airfield. What level is this guy? Level 21, not much experience in... oh, okay, he's a stat pad and a thunderbolt. The funny thing is I see about stat padders nowadays, people, is that half the time they suck at stat padding. They fly the same plane or drive the same tank, and yet they still have negative KDR. Like, I understand the whole playing a vehicle that you like and things like that, but I mean, he's having to go for bots to pad his stats. That's when you know it's a bit eh. It appears that the Doe 217 down there has actually crashed. Obviously, I'm not in a position to intercept the P-47, but my team is. So that's good for me. I mean, I do like this thing. I mean, it's a good first flight. I mean, a kill, 2 naval targets with the 20mm doing work. I'm well happy with that. I mean, and also I fulfilled the subscriber request, and I did the first flight. But at this moment, it is 3:18 UK time, and well, I'm hungry as fuck. I mean, I just decided to, like, I've literally had the migraine the last 3 days, or the last day or so. And there we go, game's over. But needless to say, I've just been sleeping most of the day. I mean, I did the 105.25 video literally just before this. But yeah, well impressed with this aircraft. I really am well impressed. Very good aircraft, it handles nicely. Because you're an asshole. I love that idea, that is a joke. But yeah, that's the first flight and a subscriber request fulfilled 2 in 1. And they say men can't multitask. I had to make that joke at least once, people. We've got a good chunk towards the F-84 G21RE, which I'm currently researching. 3,858 research points towards the offensive 13mm, which we will get. And we'll put the rest towards compressor and put the air targets in. But yes, very impressed with this aircraft. It's got a very good climb rate. I found it very nice to handle. However, in some maneuvers it did feel a little heavy. Not certain because of the engine and not being upgraded, but for a first flight, I'm pretty happy with that. And I fulfilled the subscriber request. If you've got any more subscriber requests that you want to see, please do leave them in the comments below. I always listen to my subs. If you've got any constructive criticism, feel free to leave it. I'll listen. But yeah, so thank you for watching today's video, and I will catch you all on the next one.